Kindred here, 3v3 faction war, Capital Spire Redux, Chaos versus Orks, blue team. Mr. Landshark is a plague champion, starts range combat, can get melee weapons, good damage and utility, can build turrets and repair. Alongside LeaderofDoom is a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, fights melee, walks through cover, cannot be suppressed, good offense and disruption. This is Wordbearer's DLC. And rounding out blue team, Eerie plays a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, fights melee, a bunch of spells. Red team, DoW2 is a Warboss, walks through cover, fights melee, good damage, disruption and support from the front lines. Midov is a Kommando knob, infiltrating commander, puts out some nice damage, starts range combat, can make things blow up Orky style. And Sneakus Peekus rounds out red team as a mech boy, teleporting commander, fights range, puts out some nice damage, can support and repair and put up structures, but is not very tough. Capital Spire Redux then, a crazy 3v3 map, constant action, central, south and north VPs, none of them natural. Much better pathing than the regular Capital Spire, and you get some crazy engagements right now. These heretics of LeaderofDoom should get away. Heretics will need to be very, very careful if they don't have aspiring champion. Same with sluggers. Generally a bad map for fragile melee units. And LeaderofDoom loses a Chaos Space Marine there. All three Chaos Spares going for CSM. Mr. Landshark going into heretics, which I think is a good build. Double heretics, then get some noise marines for the shooters. Doom bolts going in from the Chaos Sorcerer. And now he's just standing there. Heretics retreat with 3 models. Chaos Lord retreats 465, 500. It's a single cap for the Orks. They have the the south victory point. There's this south power as well, which is chaos right now. Look at this. Warboss has gone down in first engagement. And so did the Plague Champion. He's been repurchased, you can see. Triple shooters for Midov. Light range unit. Pretty decent scalability with knobs and big shooters, knob leaders that is. 438, 500. Now it's a double for the Orks. As you can see, both teams have this natural power, which is quite difficult to defend. They also have this one right in the corner, which is much easier to defend. Double shooters in retreat there. Heretics are going to want an aspiring champion or grenade launchers, I think. Running around in this very fragile state will get them shot to bits like that. Sluggers cannot get a knob leader until tier 2, so you'll need to be very, very careful with those guys. The Orc players. Plague Champion takes north. It's now a 1-to-1, but will be a 2-to-1 for Chaos because these Chaos Space Marines are capping. Here we see some Zinch worship infiltrating all of this stuff. Does not infiltrate the worshipping squad of heretics themselves though. As you can see, this partially revealed Chaos Sorcerer will take less damage. Doom bolts going in, does not take down a model, and he retreats. Mechboy has revived the Warboss, who's now under pressure. He's in retreat. Lost the indicator for him. Should be able to get away okay. Lots of damage pouring in from that Plague Champion. No, he's going to go down, I think, and does. Plague Champion's so good at taking down retreating commanders with that damage over time bolter of his. Havoc's on the field for leader. Also for Eerie. These guys are stunned by a Kommando knob stun bomb. Set up teams that suppress with a heavy bolter. This one is covering the central VP, which is in a very, very tight spot. Nice to control with a setup team. Orks might want some Storm Boys, and we do see some Storm Boys for DoW2. Jump infantry, really nice offense with power weapons, but you do need to look after them. 400, 459. Double shooters pushing forward with their big shooters are going to harass his power. Chaos might get a quick triple here. No, Orks have decapped the north. Chaos Sorcerer of Eerie going for vestments of the Warp would allow him to teleport around. We do have some aspiring champion heretics from LeaderofDoom, and they also have grenade launchers. That's 50 power spent on these heretics. There goes stick bombs from the Kommando knob. Nicely dodged. Can be really nasty and give squads. 400, 420 is a 2-to-1 for Chaos. We see the blight grenades on the Plague Champion. Is he going to throw them at his feet here? He does. Storm Boys jump away, infecting anything that they jump on. Here comes Sluggers too, who's also been infected. Storm Boys should be able to get away there. And a good push in the north by the Orks. Here comes LeaderofDoom to try and help out his CSM, taking a lot of damage. These big shooter boys really pump out some DPS in tier 1. Even more so if you get their knob leader. Forced to retreat though by the Havocs. 400, 398. We have shooter boys with a knob leader for Midov. These guys strangely spread out. There goes stick bombs. It's going to give some Havoc models. Only took one model. Pretty lucky to get away there. Requires Sorcerer also retreats. Kommando knob with his default twin link shooter here will cap south. And it's going to be a 2-to-1 for the Orks. LeaderofDoom trying to support both sides while keeping this VP blue. Plague Champion back in the north, and he's going to try and cap this victory point. Here come double shooters, Storm Boys, double Storm Boys, wow, and a Warboss coming to the central VP, and they should be able to easily deal with the CSM, and another one can jump those Havocs. But look at this, we have Bloodletters on the field for Mr. Landshark. Very quick tier 2 and Bloodletters on the field, and they're teleporting in amongst these shooters. That would have been nasty if Dalron did not see that in time. Havocs forcing off his boys. Looks like he didn't jump them. Bloodletters then. Demon infantry with melee heavy weapons, so good damage versus all targets, can also teleport at the moment. They are smacking a power node for Horn. Kommando knob forced off there. Got a bit too close to those Havocs. Was trying to be sneaky. 380, 398. Weird Boy on the field for Sneakus Peekus. He also has a war truck out. Dalron and Midov yet to go tier 2. Quite a heavy tier 1 for Dalron. Got big shooters and double Storm Boys. Did he get anything for his Warboss? No. Kommando knob has those stick bombs. Mech Boy has nothing. Plague Champion has the blight grenade. And Sorcerer has those vestments of the warp. Bloodletters forced off here. And we are seeing Blood Crushers from Landshark and LeaderofDoom. Gonna be risky. Mech Boy can get his beamy death gun, can also get tank busters out quite quickly, and of course the dreaded power claw of the Warboss. Here comes the Chaos Lord now. Did not get a combi bolt, also most likely get his Blood Maul, I would think. Warboss in retreat there. Here comes the Blood Crusher. Not much on the field up here that can damage it yet. It's a demon with vehicle armor, basically a Bloodletter riding a Juggernaut. Quite quick, decent damage versus all targets. Has some decent abilities too. Can demonic roar, which makes stuff flee momentarily, and can charge. And its charge is classed as an ability knockback, so it will knock back retreating units. Should have used it there on those shooters. Could have taken the squad down with those heretics. These heretics still in a default state. They have got to level 2. Huge engagement in the center. Weird Boy forcing off all of those Chaos Forces with his Warp Vomit. Eerie going for double Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. Very risky. But if it pays off, we're going to see a lot of dead Orks. You'll need to get past. The Weird Boy will also be met by Knob Leader and Burner Sluggers. Havocs, can they set up in time? There's Swamp 'em anyway, doesn't matter, they are now tied up. And huge amount of trouble. LeaderofDoom is in. Ouch, loses his Havocs in seconds to those Sluggers. Here is the Blood Crusher, does a special attack and forces off the Sluggers. Red team needs some anti-vehicle. We do have tank busters on the field now for Midov. Mech Boy does not get his beamy death gun. War truck coming south. This is a support vehicle for Orks. Allows you to reinforce and transport Greenskins inside. All your allies, of course. Stuff dying here. What was this? Sluggers? Yes, I think so. Dalron Sluggers go down. We have Eternal War and his Chaos Space Marines. No mark for them yet though for Mr. Landshark. LeaderofDoom has Mark of Tzeentch. Also has Aspiring Champion and Eternal War fully upgraded and quite expensive Chaos Space Marines there, nullified by these sluggers. They cannot hang in melee versus sluggers. Sluggers using Swamper to try and finish off these heretics, but they can't quite do it. Now caught in retreat by a whole bunch of stuff, including LeaderofDoom's second heretic squad that he's just got out here. Needs to support this Blood Crusher with some worship. It gets away. Here's a Noxious Cloud, double Storm Boys with their Nob Leaders. This is going to be brutal. These guys are going to be crazy in melee now, and they will also stun when they land their jump. Warboss gets up, looks a little dazed. He is now getting his Power Claw, and the Kommando Nob has his Special Shooter, which is an awesome shotgun. There's his Stun Bomb, nicely done. Bloodletters in amongst the Warboss. He uses Hard Boys on himself. That's one of his global abilities. Makes him very tough in melee combat and forces those Blood Crushers off, taking out the two models with that Power Claw. There's a stomp. Is he now going after the Plague Champion? No, he's in retreat, and nicely judged retreat by Dauron. 242, 389, absolute chaos. Blood Crusher still on the field for LeaderofDoom. Mr. Landshark has also preserved his so far, being chased by Storm Boys. Their power weapons will damage it, but it should be able to get away here. For some reason it's not using its charge or demonic roar. Huge oversight from Mr. Landshark. This thing's going to go down. No, saved by Heretics. Doomblast really should have used his charge or demonic roar to escape. Heretics are going to pay for it with a squad wipe. Use your choppers on those Storm Boys there, boosting their damage and melee skill. 242, 374. LeaderofDoom has done really well with this Blood Crusher. I'm surprised the Orks have not countered them sooner. We do have Tank Busters, we do have this Power Claw. Mech still keeping his default shooter, going tier 3, as does Midov. Mr. Landshark getting some more heretics. He needs them to support this Blood Crusher. Plague Champion is down, he could repair it. You can repair Blood Crushers as if they are vehicles, and they of course benefit from worship. Boom! That was a Weird Boy Foot of Gork. He also has his bigger brains. This is a level 1 Weird Boy for Sneakus Peekus. As you can see, almost 1,000 hit points though with those upgrades. Chaos Lord revives the Plague Champion, but he didn't level, very nearly level 4 now. Plague Champion's level 5. Chaos Sorcerer's level 2. Has the Rod of Warp Fire, really nice weapon I think. He uses Mass Warp there to get all of the stuff up to him. Not sure why, it was only here, wasn't it? No idea. Havocs have set up though. Double Mark of Corn CSM look very menacing. Perhaps not so much in this kind of pink colour scheme we have going on. 242, 321, oh maybe Flesh I suppose you could call it. Havoc setting up again. They can't do much to that War Truck with the heavy bolter. Here comes the Blood Crusher going after the War Truck, and it will deal with the War Truck quite handily, especially if you can get rear armor hits, but it's scared off by those Tank Busters. Meanwhile, center Warboss goes after the Chaos Lord. War Truck is gonna go down. Mark of Corn CSM exploded. Here are Sluggers though. Plague Marines now on the field for Eerie. Sluggers, can they get away? Eerie starting to level up his Mark of Corn CSM level 2. Chaos Sorcerer now chased by a whole bunch of stuff. Sluggers, and he goes down. Bloodletters now chased. These are LeaderofDoom's. Landshark has preserved his Bloodletters. They haven't leveled yet though. 242, 289. These Sluggers almost level 3 for Midov. Storm Boys both level 2. Only one Weird Boy on the field. I'm surprised by that. I suppose these guys want to get tier 3. They have yet to deal with these Blood Crushers though. Leaders is level 2. Landshark's still level 1. Forces off the Warboss there. 240, 277. They need to get some power harass going on, because Orks are already well into tier 3. Midov has knobs on the way. Dauron says he'll have rocks soon. That's because he already has the war for it, just needs to get to tier 3. There's a Mega Rumbler from Sneakus Peekus disrupting all of this stuff. Huge engagement. 222, 277 is the double for the Orks. There's a Noxious Cloud, global ability of the Plague Champion. Don't think these guys have noticed yet. 215, 277. Luckily for the Chaos players, it does not do friendly fire. It actually does heavy melee damage, I believe, so it does do good damage to vehicles. 207, 277. Catching sluggers in retreat, but Landshark was not paying attention. Could have perhaps taken out a few models there. With the Plague, with the Noxious Cloud, sorry. Commonly referred to as the Plague Cloud. Extra equipment on the Kommando DoW now. He's in retreat, almost level 4. What is the Chaos Sorcerer doing? He's whopping everything in here. Absolute mayhem. Knobs on the field with their U-jammers. Those are Midovs. Getting their U-jammers before Mina and Greener. And here come the Orks now. Look at the Dakar. Swampum coming in on these Mark of Corn CSM, and they are crapping themselves and retreating. Aspiring Champion Heretics now stopping the sluggers, but they can't compete with the amount of Dakar the Orks are putting in here. Now we have a Mark of Corn Dreadnought and a Foot of Gork on that stuff. Is going to be devastating. Ouch. Foot of Gork does a look at the amount of losses. Foot of Gork really does a lot of damage if you hit it squarely. Here is the Mark of Corn Dreadnought. Turns it into a fearsome melee walker. This is Mr. Landsharks. Those 2 close combat claws and Blood Rage. 100 DPS heavy melee, which goes up when it uses Blood Rage. The Power Claw I think is 95, is it? Yes. 187, 261. He's chasing the Dreadnought. Dreadnought should turn around and smack him. There we go, bang. He's in retreat and gets away with the Bloodletters. Teleport after him, they are. Can they finish off the Warboss? Can they finish off the Warboss? Very nearly. 37 hit points and he gets away. 187, 249. Somehow Dauron has preserved both of his Storm Boys and now has a looted tank on the field. Battle tank for Orks. Trundles around. Looks like they built it from a junkyard, but it can shoot and stuff. 187, 242. South is red, centre is blue, north will be red. The Orks will get a 2-1 hit. Very punched up LeaderofDoom again. Almost got a big boom shot. Bang! What the heck was that? That was high explosive shells. It has quite large range. Kommando DoW was way back there. Another Noxious Cloud. Chaos Lord is on the floor. Not sure what war gear he has. Should be getting Demonic Visage on this kind of map where it's fierce fighting in one area. AoE buffs and debuffs are really good. Warboss should be getting Trophy Rack or Boss Pole in that regard. 166242. Dauron has over 700 red. Sneakus Peekus can also drop a rocks. So Chaos in huge amounts of trouble now. Tank Busters, sorry, these are Commandos with their Nob Leader who gets a rocket launcher. He used to run around with a chain axe, which was weird. What is this? This is a Mega Rumbler with Over Dare. And we're going to see a rocks, and this is going to be bye-bye LeaderofDoom's army. Look at the losses. Plague Marines exploding and healing some stuff which saved it. That was nuts. And there's another rocks. Finishes off those heretics. That was slightly wasted though. 110242 Orks confident of victory, I think. Knobs moving in on the Blood Crusher, uses Demonic Claw and swiftly leaves. Here is the Mark of Corn Dreadnought. Look at the Dakar. There's a Foot of Gork, beautifully timed to cut off those units, and they now have to fight. Frenzied Knobs in against this Blood Rage Corn Dreadnought. LeaderofDoom just with Bloodletters now. He has tons of red, but it's not tier 3, so he can't use Imperial Abyss. How much wreck does he have? He could go tier 3 soon, but I don't think he'll get there in time. 75-242. Orks just overwhelming chaos here in tier 3. Right enemy crosshairs on the Bloodletters, knocks them back. That's the rocket launcher off the Kommando knob. Here comes Sluggers. What level are these guys? Level 4 Sluggers. Now going in against the Chaos Sorcerer, and he teleports away just. No, he doesn't. Taken down mid teleport. 60, 242, 2-1 for the Orks. And it's pretty much all over. Leader of Doom does go tier 3, and there is the concede for Chaos. Khorne, Nurgle, Tzeentch will not be happy. Orks just overpowering them as they do most things. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks to all the players who took part.